Hey y'all, how are you? Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is so good to see you. So, y'all, Sam says we need an extra minute, and I went ahead and hit the button. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. Sam will be here in a second. I promise. I promise. Sam we were both kind of having some technical difficulties, and so I went ahead and started without him. But he'll be here in a minute. I'm sorry. I thought when he meant I'll see you in a minute, he meant I'll see you on the stream. So sorry, y'all. He'll be here in a second, though, I promise. Oh my goodness. All right, so listen, it's a super fun Tuesday. I'm really excited. I've been waiting on this Tuesday for a minute because I've had this bead box for a while. I've had it for a while, and I've been trying very, very hard to contain my excitement. Okay, I lie. I haven't contained my excitement at all. I think everybody knows how I feel about this June Sam Speed Box. It's one of my favorite. It is now in the top. It's in the running up there with the top 3. I'm so in love with this one. So,
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Huh?
That was weird. My joy went and then my internet died.
Oh, well, you're here now and you look fabulous. So.
Oh, it's great to see you.
It's good to see you too.
You look wonderful as well.
Thanks.
When I was rejoined just now, I didn't know we were already live.
I know. I'm sorry. When you said I'll see you in a minute, I thought you meant just go ahead and start. So I did. I'm sorry.
Great. No, it's great. Let me just make sure I connected all like my right mics and everything. Oh, no, I didn't. Let me get the better mic. There we go. All right. Cool. As long as there's no echo, we're good?
I think we're good. Is everybody good? Everybody hear us okay?
Great.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Sam.
What's life in Sara Land today?
Oh,
Is that a good side or bad side? Okay, this is the issue Sarah and I were trying to fix before. Was we were trying to do our setup so that she doesn't freeze today, but we couldn't get the pieces together. There's a lot of aspects to it. Well, we tried today. We tried. You're so close.
No, what was the
question? How are things in Sara Land? And then you let out this big sigh, and I didn't know if it was a good sigh or bad sigh.
Freezing. Yeah. So it's rainy and gross here. It's rainy and gross, and I really just want to take a nap. How are things in Sam's world?
They're pretty good. I got to see lots of friends over the weekend. I played lots of pickleball. I have been looking at more spaces for the shop.
Exciting.
I think we now have the one.
That's exciting. Yes.
So it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like the windows, there's windows, and oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
That sounds wonderful.
But more to come on that. Everyone, good morning. I'm Sam with Sam's Bead Shop. We also put together Sam's Bead Box, and Sarah and I get to do. Feel so lucky every month we get to do a stream together.
Yes.
To just basically play with the box is essentially what we do. We take a look at it. Sarah already has a design in mind for today.
Yep.
And it's just our bead bud hang hour. So thanks for being here and stay chatty in the comments. Most folks are on Sarah's YouTube channel. If you want the chattiest stream, just go to Sara Lovecraft Designs YouTube channel, and that's where most of our bead friends are this morning, it looks like. Let me turn a little bit more light on. All right.
So I've got a question for you, Sam.
Yes.
Do you have, and it's okay if you don't, do you have the box in front of you? Like, do you have all of the goodies?
Yes.
Okay, good. The reason that I ask is because I used so many of them in the project that, that I'm kind of missing some things because they're already part of our project today. So.
Okay. Gotcha. I could do this.
And I keep throwing
for anything.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So,
They're all fine except for the parts I just told you I spilled some enchilada bacon.
oh my gosh, that's right. I'm sorry. Well, maybe it'll work out. The parts that you spilled stuff on are parts that I have. So we'll find out, I guess.
All
All right. So let's do it.
Welcome everyone to Below the Waves. This is the June Sam's bead box, and it is just full of lovely beads. Sarah always does one at a time, but I don't know how to do that. That sounds hard. When we can do all at once. Sarah, if you tell me your favorite things, we can just start right there.
Oh, so my favorite things are already a thing. Well, okay. Let me back that up a minute, because there were too many things in this box for me to choose an absolute favorite. But one of the first things that jumped out at me was the strand of the labradorite that you just sat out. And I immediately didn't wait for anybody or anything and made a bracelet, because I had to actually have it on at the moment. I'm going to show you. Let me go ahead and turn my camera around.
Okay.
So you can see what it looks like. So, uh-oh, my tripod's acting.
Yeah, so you turned this strand, and what did it become?
It became this bracelet right here. So I just mixed it with some of those irregular shaped pearls that I had. Yeah. And I just took it straight off of the strand and put it straight onto a piece of bead stringy wire, put a little crystal spacer, added some irregular pearls and a tiara clasp, and called it a day. That's all that I wanted out of it, because it was so beautiful. The flash in these beads, I didn't want to do anything other than just wear them like they were. So I added the pearls because fantastic. I thought that they had a nice kind of texture that went with each other pretty well. So yeah, that's all I did. And it's my favorite bracelet at the moment. So yeah.
I'm obsessed. I'm grabbing a background, so I'll be back in 1 second to lay out all these beads on too.
All right, I'm going to mess with my tripod for just a second, y'all. I apologize. I cleaned up the office yesterday, and I think I kind of knocked everything out of whack here. I don't know what I've done, but there we go. That's better. No, still not better. I don't know what has happened. All right, let's see. I'm afraid if I adjust things too much, we're going to end up breaking something. So I'm just going to have to kind of leave it like it is and hope for the best. I don't really know what's happened.
Hey, yo. Oh my gosh, is that our project for today?
Yeah, it is. And I'm trying to figure out how to... There we go. Fix everything. There. Okay, I was a little worried for a minute, but we're all good now.
All right. I'm ready now.
Okay, cool. So, okay, you always ask me what my favorite thing was. What was your favorite thing?
Oh gosh. So one thing that was really cool about this Below the Waves box is we kind of were starting to explore how to bring to life all like the millions of colors of a coral reef.
Right.
Was we wanted some specialty finishes. So you'll find a lot of these two-tone finishes in the box.
Yeah.
So this is like this fuchsia purple one that we also did in some melon drops, which I know is a shape that you have often liked in the past.
Oh, I do, and these are beautiful.
So those are a little matching set there. And then to go with those two-tone beads, we thought this was like perfect for the theme. Also, we did not like intentionally plan it like with like the Little Mermaid coming out right now. Like we're like, wait, what?
That was a happy accident, happy coincidence.
So like you really can get in the mood. You go see the new Little Mermaid, get inspired, and come home and design with your new Sam's bead box. This is actually the same finish, but we added like a extra wash to it.
Yeah, these are some of my favorites that you've got right now.
And so those are our Deco Oval, and I think they're so fun.
Yeah, I love those so much. They would look awesome.
There's
as
kind
a
of a
pair of
lot.
earrings.
There's kind of a lot in this box. I'm trying to give folks some highlights before we jump into our project today. These are some of our laser etched focals. Everyone got like a little bit different color or finish, but everyone got a seahorse and a turtle. And I think they're so perfect and adorable.
I do too.
That was one of my main memories of snorkeling in Australia, was actually getting to like, the turtles were so close.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
that's
leave them
so
alone.
exciting.
But like they swam on by you, and it was kind of incredible. Of course, we need some more fish in our under the sea theme. So we did this blue mix of pretty nice size fishies, and then more of our specialty coatings. There's lots of AB coatings in this box as well.
Yeah. I've got to be honest with you. I've never been one for a fish bead, but these make me really, really happy.
Aren't they fun?
And I think that it's the size. I think the problem with most fish beads is that they're on the small size. These are perfect because like there's no questioning that they're a fish. You know what I mean? Like if a bead is too small, sometimes you're like, depending on how you use it, it's like, okay, well, what is that shape exactly? There's no questioning that these are fish. I love it. I love it.
Right. They're really just swimming along.
Yeah.
On them too. I'm pretty impressed too.
Yeah.
We love to have a nice selection of smaller beads. So the smaller beads this month are our peanut mix, which is a popular favorite from the May box that we had to bring back. Looks like Sarah's used a lot of hers.
I did. I love them so much.
Another small bead would be our 6mm Drookies, which Drookies is a round bead.
This color.
I thought you might like it. It reminds you of nail polish you've had in the past.
So in love with this color. Yeah. They're one of my favorites for sure.
To round out our small beads, we've got a spacer. This is a Toho round seed bead, size 11. Crystal with that silvery finish, just to kind of give you that bubbly effect of underwater. I'm trying to, let's see. Next up, this is one of Rachel's favorites, this new leaf shape.
Yeah, I love those
this
too.
Green luster with a crystal AB.
So pretty.
I really like these. And the green felt important just because there obviously is a lot of seaweed and vegetation that also would be in that sort of area of a reef. So we definitely wanted to bring some of the greens. The labs are kind of in between. Like you can read towards green tone, depending how you use it. Can read towards like a dark neutral, or because it has this much flash, it reads more like blue or golden. It's more about, we picked it for its pop. We thought there's so much pop in a coral reef. We needed a special stone to bring that to life. For another stone, we did another hand cut bead. This is Power of Tucson. I met this cutter who did this and this for me for the box just earlier this year. And we ended up with this beautiful strand of strawberry quartz, top drilled brios.
They're so pretty.
How much more do I have? I've got some mermaid glass. It's called like mermaid quartz, but it's a glass material. And we did this custom strand with all of the colors of our box. I thought you might like this pink in it.
I do. I love the whole strand. They're so beautiful.
So why do you think this? You say, I've been hearing that this might be one of your favorite bead boxes. I'm kind of curious why. What's calling to you about it?
I know. I generally love beach jewelry, underwater themed jewelry. And the fact that this one is that, but is this multicolored party, makes it even more amazing, because we've got all of the themes that I love, right? We've got the fish and we've got the turtles and all of the shells and the sea stars and all the amazing things. But you didn't just stick with blues and greens, right? No. You made it this amazing color palette that is so full of color and so full of like inspiration. it really kind of sent me over. It definitely put it up there. It's right there in like the number one, number two spot. Those turtles that you have in your hand, that is the ones with the AB finish. Not that I don't love the green, but the AB finish ones, that might actually be my favorite bead in the entire box. Like that was, I don't know. There was something about it. I was just like, I'm obsessed with the turtle.
The crystal AB stuff came out really nicely in this box. That was something we added a little later when we wanted a little bit more of that glistening effect.
Yeah.
And they're so it's so pretty. I mean, I also just love crystal AB. Like you just can't go wrong.
I do too. And I think those turned out absolutely beautiful. And so unexpected, right? I mean, it's a turtle, but it's a sparkly turtle. That just makes it even better.
Sparkly turtle. All right, I think on my last couple bags, I've got, this is a whole bag that we gave out. We just like couldn't stop giving beads. So we put a whole collection of more beads. This is our fire polish, 10 millimeters, some adorable little cones. You got a pair of cones, and then a pair of our ammonite spirals. So lots of earring pairs ready to go here. And kind of brings in that dark blue glass.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think my last bag would be my Greek metals here. So I'm curious, what are your favorites of the metals this month?
Oh my gosh! Well, the sea stars are my 100% favorite, but I used the seahorse in today's project because it's hard to choose. And the twisty shells, I don't know what you call those, the little twisty ones.
Yeah.
They inspired our focal today. The spire shell. Yeah. They inspired our focal, which I use the Contastic for.
I wonder if that's supposed to say spiral shell or it's spiral. I don't know. Yeah, there's something, I really like the seahorse a lot. It feels very like, I feel like you could talk to the seahorse.
Tell him about your day.
Not really though. And that is, I think, everything in our June box. Welcome to Below the Waves.
Yeah, look at that color palette. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. There's so much texture. There's so much color. It is definitely my favorite. It's my favorite. I love it so much.
There's a lot to play with here. So how does one start working with a bead box, Sarah?
That is a very good question, because my mind went in like 17 different directions with all of those colors, but I really was inspired by the little spiral shells. So I wanted to create a pendant, and oddly enough, I didn't actually use these in my design because I was like, they would make a great pair of earrings to go with what I'm gonna create. So I saw these and I was like, the Contastic, that's exactly what I need to use, is the Contastic, because the cone that I ended up making looks very, very similar to these little shells.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, so except we're going to use it this direction, but I don't think it makes any difference really. So I'm going to start out making a cone with the Contastic, and then we're going to build a 2-strand necklace. And I'm going to do kind of like the abbreviated version of this because I really did only take a little bit of it apart. But I am going to show you how to put it all together in case anybody wants to recreate it. But I'm using the Contastic, which is a tool that I've used several times here on lives. I don't know that Sam and I have used it together. If we have, it's been a while, but I have used it several times in projects. This is a bead-along tool. It comes with 3 different size mandrels that you can attach to it. I'm using the medium-sized mandrel for this, and I'm using 2 different kinds of wire. I'm using some artistic wire in this dark blue color in 18 gauge, and then I'm using some silver artistic wire in 20 gauge. So I'm going to start out making my blue cone. I'm going to take my wire, I'm going to put it through the hole here, and then I'm going to just hold part of it down, and I'm going to start twisting my cone. Now the cone is not going to be a perfect cone. There's going to be some spacing in between. It's just kind of the way this cone goes together. I'll show you. But I'm just twisting the wire up the mandrel. I love having cones for my jewelry designs. You can use them in so many different ways. You can use them to cover up the ends of multi-strand designs. They make great tassel toppers. They're cool just elements all by themselves. We're using ours as part of our focal.
You were there the first day I was figuring out how the heck to use the Cone-tastic.
Yes, that's right. And it wasn't that long ago.
This has quickly become one of my favorite tools. We have it at the shop. I don't know if we have it in stock at this moment, but if we're out, you can just join the wait list. We'll be getting it in again. We also got the attachments for it that can make bead caps,
which I still have not done.
I know.
Still have not even taken mine out of the package yet. All right, so I made my cone with the blue, but I want to double this up. So I'm going to add some silver wire to this as well, like I mentioned, and I'm using some 20 gauge. And I'm just going to kind of make my 20 gauge go around it as like a messy kind of wrap. So again, leaving it on the cone. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach my silver wire pretty much the same way. It's going through that little hole with the blue wire. And then I'm going to just kind of twist this around. And honestly, if you're going to do a messy, you don't even have to spin the cone. You can, or the tool, you can really kind of wrap it around with your hand, however you want it to go. Just kind of back and forth.
And what were the gauges you're using there again?
So I'm using some 18 gauge wire as the base, which is a pretty chunky wire. And then the 20 gauge over the top of that.
Cool. I just found my Cone-tastic. Let's see what I want. Now I want to get Cone-tastic. I never thought to layer my wires on the Cone-tastic.
Yeah, you can make some really cool designs by layering up, and you can make them really, really thick, or you can make them just kind of thin with 1 or 2 wires. But you can keep going, you know, and layer up as many as you want. So I'm going to cut this off of the tool here by snipping, and then I'm just going to slide that off, and I've got a really cool little cone here. And no 2 cones are going to turn out exactly the same, which I also think is what makes them really cool. They're all different, you know.
No 2 cones.
No 2 cones are ever the same. All right, so for the ends here, if you want to, you can see how I kind of tucked my ends in so that they are not sticking out. They're not going to get caught on anybody's clothing or anything like that. So to do that, I just take my pliers here, and I'm just going to grab the tail end of the wire and just very, very gently kind of tuck it towards the inside of the cone.
That's really smart.
So then that way I don't have to worry about it getting hung on any clothing or anything like that. All right. All right. So now it was about what do I want to do with my cone? And I had these are in the top of my favorite beads out of the bead box. And I thought that these would be the perfect little addition to the bottom of the cone.
Wow.
So they're going to stick out just like that. And it's going to give me an opportunity to do a knotted head pin. And then I'm going to wire wrap it directly to my seahorse right at the bottom of his tail. So again, I'm making the focal here and I'm going big. Like my necklace today is a big necklace. Like if you're not into big, huge jewelry, today might not be your day. You might want to tone it down a little bit, but for me, I'm going really, really big. So I'm going to do a knotted head pin. I'm going to grab some 22 gauge wire here. And whoa, that was way more 22 gauge wire than I needed. All right, I am going to take the end of my piece of 22 gauge wire and the tip. I'm going to use the tip of the wire and the tip of my pliers here. I'm going to grab the wire tip to tip here, and then I'm going to roll the wire around the very top of the pliers once. I'm going to roll a second time directly underneath the first one, and then I'm going to stop where I see the cut in the wire, so I know I've gone around twice. Before I take this off of the pliers, I'm going to bend it so that the wire runs underneath the two little coils that I just made and away from my hand. So you're going in the opposite direction of the pliers handles in your hand. I'm going to take this off of the tool, and I'm going to take the wire and bend it backwards and stick it through the coils that I just made. Coming in with my nylon jaw pliers to hold on to the wire right next to those two coils, and then I'm going to pull, and that's going to pull a knot into the end of my wire, creating a little head pin. I'm going to take that, I'm going to thread my bead right onto that, and then I'm going to thread my cone on, drop that cone down right on top of my bead. And then I'm going to wire wrap this to my seahorse. So I'll come in with my chain nose pliers, bend the wire, and then with my round nose pliers going up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side. Before I do my wire wraps though, I am going to attach this here. So I'm going to take my pliers and just open my loop just enough so that I can slide that onto the bottom of my seahorse. And then I'm going to wire wrap those together. It's kind of awkward to hold on to, but
I noticed with the Cone-tastic that it does seem to like pressure on either side just to keep the cone, like obviously it wants to spring out naturally.
Yeah.
So it's smart to put that bead inside because it adds a little pressure to kind of compress it together, back together.
Right. Yep.
Which ultimately will just make it stronger.
My loop wasn't quite big enough for... I may need to redo this. I'm going to redo this because my loop just wasn't quite big enough. So see how it's kind of stuck. There's not a lot of movement there. I don't like that. So I'm going to redo my knotted head pin, and let's do this again. I just need my loop to be big enough so that there's a little bit more movement in there.
Yeah.
I don't like everything to be stiff. I want everything to have nice
wavy movement.
Yeah. I don't want it to, I don't want it to be too structured in there.
Yeah.
So let me cut this off here.
While Sarah's doing the knotted head pin again, I'm having a moment, an idea over here that I'm seeing if it's gonna work or not. So I made let me zoom in.
Yes.
I'm hoping you have some tips here. So I made a cone with an 18 gauge German style silver wire.
Right.
And then I came in and added on a 24 gauge wire so I could decorate it with seed beads. And I haven't decided like how messy style I want to, because I space out the seed beads and get it a little bit more messy.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I like the look of the seed beads and I could just make a whole cone of seed beads?
Yep. And either one is going to be... So you want to know what my suggestion is?
Yeah.
Make one of each and see which one you like the best. So that we can see, you know what I mean? So that we can see the difference.
Yeah, but like, look how actually they do look really nice locked all together like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really pretty.
I guess I gotta string on some more seed beads here. I need a beading mat for this. Hold on.
You can see I made my loop a lot bigger this time. I used the larger part of the round nose pliers to make a nice
smart.
big loop here. Misty says, this is live, right? Yes, it is. It
As
is
far as we
live.
know.
It absolutely is live. Welcome in.
Why are sea beads so much easier to pick up on cloth?
I don't know.
Like, this is 20 times easier. If anyone can guess what cloth I'm working on right now, I'm not saying. And I'm not asking for fabric type here.
All right, there we go. Now we've got our cone attached, and there's lots of movement there, which makes me happy. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna add another bead because, like I said, it's go big or go home today, and I'm gonna put another one of those beautiful blue beads up here on the top. So I used the cone bead down here on the bottom. I'm gonna use one of the fire polish rounds up here on the top, and I'm going to use a little more 22 gauge wire to do that. I'm just going to wire wrap it to that. So I've cut myself a little piece of 22 gauge wire. I'm going to do a a wrapped loop eye pin here. And again, I'm going to attach it directly to the loop on the top of our focal here. So I'm not using a jump ring. So the guesses are Jesse's shirt or a scarf.
Well, we'll come back to this in a second once I flip the camera back around, but it's Sara necklace time right now.
I'm waiting to see some more guesses. So those were just the first two that I saw. So
there's a few more good guesses here. It's actually working quite well. But I'm never going to live this one down. I already regret it.
That's funny.
I never heard the end of the cast iron pans.
Oh my. Hey, whatever works, you know what I mean? There's no shame in beading. You use what you got.
The issue is people have memories.
Yes. Never forget. Never ever.
I'm using size 11 sea beads. Okay, so first Sherry said, is that my leg? Which is not my leg. But on the right track to Lynn saying, is that a pair of pants? Maybe.
Perhaps.
It may be, yes, indeed. Working quite well. They're not pants I'm currently wearing or that I took off.
Oh my goodness.
But it was the closest cloth in vicinity.
Yep, what works. Use what works. And as long as like you didn't take them off and you're just sitting there in your skivvies, you know what I mean? Then it's totally fine. Totally fine. And even if you were, nobody would know.
Oh, no one. No one. No one else here in the office.
You know what I mean. Oh my goodness.
Sherry said beating in the butt. Oh my goodness. It was too funny.
That's a Wanda. It's too funny.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I'm going back to you.
Okay. So for the length of my necklace, I'm going to do a really long necklace that's going to be in 2 parts. So the first part, and I already have this side done, so I'm going to show it to you. I'm making a beaded chain here, and I'm not using eye pins. I'm using pre-cut 22 gauge wire to do wrapped loops. And it is these beautiful AB beads and then a little section of the blue and the green drucks. I popped some bead caps in there just to add some more metal to it. You don't have to do that part, but I'm going to do a long strand of that. So it is 3 of the blue and green and 3 of the AB finish.
Oh, pretty.
And then connecting those with some jump rings that have a little bit of texture to them. And then we're going to do the peanuts. And this is just a strung strand. That's hard to say. Just some simple stringing here with the peanuts. And then that's going to come to the end here. So this will be the first strand, because remember I said this was a 2-strand necklace. So this is the first strand. So part of this is already done. I've got 2 of the blue, 2 of the AB finish. We're going to do 2 of them together. And then we'll do the stringing part.
This is like one of your magical beaded chains. It just like brings the beads to the next level.
I love it because I get to do wrapped loops. So
And you like wrap loops.
I love wrapped loops. I really do.
Wait, why am I saying that? I also like wrap loops.
I think everybody kind of loves them.
There's so much more consistent to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So where I already have beads, I'm just taking getting my next beaded link ready. I'm going to stick that straight through the loop. Snap those 2 together. Now you can put jump rings in between each section if you want to, but I am just wire wrapping these all directly to each other.
I don't think I would have ever thought to put the green opal with the dark sapphire. I don't know why. Like, obviously, Rachel and I put this box together.
Yeah.
But I like the combo. It's much more unexpected.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of the idea of like why the bounty of a coral reef looks so cool. Is just because it's like a canvas of everything.
Yes.
I have so many beads on my Contastic that I'm gonna wait to take it off with you.
Why? Why are you waiting?
I'm too afraid.
I need to see. I want to see what's going on.
Is it good if I flip around right now?
Of course. Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's what's on my Contastic right now. A lot.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty.
It's 1 layer of 18 gauge and then a full wrap up of the 11OC beads. And then I took all my extra 24 gauge and just wrapped back up and down a bunch.
Yes.
Partially because I wanted structural integrity, but also I liked the look of it.
Oh, so
I'm okay. So walk us through taking something off the Contastic again for no reason.
So where your wire is entering into that hole, right? Remember where you very first started. Okay. So that's where you want to clip any of those wires right there. In fact, you're going to have to clip all of them, but anywhere in that section. Now it should just slide right off the top. Ooh. Okay. Now you can trim to kind of clean up.
Okay.
It wasn't as scary as you thought it was going to be, but I realized like it's scary because you don't want to clip the wrong thing thinking everything's going to come undone. So
I know. This is why I didn't become a bomb diffuser.
Was it the red wire or the blue wire? Somebody tell me.
Oh, I dropped it.
No, it was the yellow wire.
I think about that should be good. And then you tucked in.
Yeah, just those bottom wires, and just barely tuck them in because you don't want to mess up like the circle too much, particularly if you're going to put like another bead in there, right? You just want to just very, very small end of that to be tucked in.
Where's my wire stuck? I feel like it's stuck to something. Okay. It's all tangled in there. Okay. But I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll get that tucked in right in front of my face. It'll be much easier.
So now the question is, what are you going to do with your fabulous new cone?
That's not the point of art, Sarah.
You are too funny. Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to enjoy my cone. Thank you.
I'm just enjoying my cone right now, okay?
Let me be.
Don't pressure me. Oh my goodness. That's too funny. Oh gosh.
Also, I'm sure some folks will have some ideas in the comments. So
I think they would make fabulous earrings.
I know I have to make another one that matches. I never feel like it's very hard to match this sort of freeform style, but maybe that's the point.
That is the point. You have to, and that is growth. Growth is painful. Accepting that they're not going to match each other exactly. That is part of the that's part of the growth. Okay, yeah.
If I put that upside down, oh, my camera's not.
Yeah, we don't know what you're doing. You're just.
I was like eyeing what it would look like if I put that upside down. It looks like a crystal right now. It looks like, it reminds me of like a fancy crystal.
So pretty.
Little spiky charm. Do some long earrings. How weird would that be? Oh, I don't like that there. Let's try something else. Something more crystally. No. So if only I had more bead options to pick from here. Oh, these are fun.
Those are pretty.
Okay, what do you guys think? I'm sure we'll get 1,001 opinions. So let's do one. What do you guys think? Purple? Blue? The blue's a better size, I guess.
I don't know. I kind of like the purple.
I also like the purple. I think it's the purple. Oh, otherwise there's the 10 millimeter blue. I can't decide. I don't have to.
I can just enjoy my cone as it is.
Exactly.
You are too funny. If you made another cone, you could make one of each and then decide. Right?
Okay, fine. I was heading the direction of it's just time to make another cone.
Yep.
That's like my favorite cone I've ever made on the Cone-tastic.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, that's a beautiful, beautiful cone.
All right, so catch us up on the project because you're already crimping over there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start the stringing part of this, and I just cut some bead string and wire. I'm using my crimp here. And I'm going to string up those peanuts because there is something so ridiculously satisfying about stringing peanuts, stacking peanuts, stringing peanuts. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The way that they lay together is so awesome. They fit perfectly with each other. So I definitely wanted to use that, not just because it's satisfying, but also because they're beautiful. So lucky me.
I like how you use the mix. You really use the mix nicely there.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a green, a blue, the lighter blue, and a clear. And then that's just the pattern. And I'm just going to do that over and over again to string up these peanut beads. I need more peanut beads in my life. I want them in all colors.
We have a bunch of colors. The peanuts are great.
They are so cool. They add just the coolest texture to your designs.
I was learning about them. It sounds like they were made like 10 to 20 years ago, and they haven't really been made again.
Really?
I had no idea. It means all the peanuts we have in the shop are like these fancy
Vintage.
peanuts that have been around. These some
Yeah.
wise peanuts.
That's crazy.
Because like I guess it was just like they were trendy then, and then like kind of fell off. But then all of a sudden they're super popular at the shop.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and I go back and like certain colors like we run out of, and then we can't restock them. And I'm learning it's because they're not being made right now.
Wow, that's crazy. I never really I never thought about bead life like that. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it makes sense because, I mean, you can't just constantly make things over and over and over again. But it is a shame because they are super cool. And what happens when we run out of all of them?
I know, because a lot of it has to do with like the production volume.
Yeah.
With check glass, you usually grab one color of a glass rod and press 10 kilos of it in a bead shape.
Wow.
So 10 kilos of one peanut color in one size, and then you want every color in multiple sizes. That's when someone has to choose to do that.
Right.
Before they end up with thousands of kilos of peanut beads.
Wow.
So luckily right now we're benefiting from someone did decide to do that many years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. We're glad that they did, for sure.
We've done some seed beading projects with them. Gina of Orchid and Opal did like a pendant seed beading them together.
Yeah.
It was pretty. It's just cool to see that you can use them in so many different ways.
They just add so much texture. It's just such a cool shape.
I'm so glad you're doing like a long strand of them because I don't think I've ever shown them that way, and like they look really nice that way.
Yeah, they really do. They're
Totally
very
different look than just like a round bead strung together. Colleen's got the link to our current peanuts that we do have. She just put that in the comments. Thanks, Colleen.
Thank you, Colleen.
Also, shout out to Colleen and Nicole and Kathy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, working hard.
And Q.
And Q.
For his moral support. Okay, I'm making cone number 2. Maybe I'll show this one this time. See if I can redo it again. So far I did the 18 gauge. Started down here, kept really as tight tension as I could going up to the top. And now I'm gonna add my 24 gauge. Actually, I can wait to trim that off until the end. Okay. By the way, super recommend getting the German style wire in the rolls. We get the 1/4 pound rolls in the shop, mostly in silver and I think gold. They don't do them in copper. Maybe we can.
I wish they did.
Ask Meredith to change that.
Yes, please.
Because I like the copper ones. I lost my end. Hold on. There you go. I'm just gonna grab a couple feet, but that's gonna be more than enough. Oh geez, I gotta string on more. I gotta get the pants out again.
That's funny.
Right. I'd like to do some wraps before. Think of like Sarah saying to anchor first. So I'm wrapping kind of in between the 18 gauge for a couple times first. And now it's a lot stronger. And now you can get your pants out. These are like my favorite color pants right now. I wear them to pickleball and people are like, are you wearing dress pants? I'm like, no, these are like just nice looking workout pants. Well, they're not stretchy, but I don't know. I call them workout pants. And yes, they're clean. Someone was asking if they're clean. Yes, they are freshly laundered. Thank you.
But like, does it even really matter that much? I mean, because they're your pants and they're your beads. So I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to play pickleball in them first before you use them to bead with, nobody's going to judge
you. Thank you, Sarah. You're the real advocate over here.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't judge. Whatever you got to do, you know. If all you've got is your dirty pants, that's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I did all of my necklace. Okay, so this could be just one long necklace, which it is fabulous all by itself, just as one long necklace. But I'm always extra, so I'm going to add an extra strand to this. My extra strand is going to be...
Yes, more strands.
Some chain here, and then 2 small little sections of peanuts that are on bead stringing wire. Okay, those are going to come down. There's one on either side. Some more of those jump rings that kind of tie the jump ring thing all together. They're going to come to a section of turtles because I love them. So I'm going to do some turtles. I'm gonna do a knotted head pin on one of them, and then we're using some of these more of these little AB beads, some spacers. We're gonna put that onto some 22 gauge wire to give it a little structure, so it'll have a little bit of drape, and that'll be our next Sherry. You know, it would hold the beads nicely like a bowl, I guess. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I love our people so much.
That is hysterical.
Oh my goodness. So I'm going to do a knotted head pin, y'all. This is knotted head pin number 3.
If anyone, not that anyone asked, but the pants are from H&M. All right, knotted head pin alert, Wanda.
All right.
I'm so glad the turtles made it into the design too.
Of course. I couldn't leave them out. I had to use them. Had to.
Have you been wearing your labradorite bracelet?
Yes, I have. I love it. And it's been very difficult to not wear it on the lives because I didn't want you to see it yet. I wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, it's so nice. I like how chunky it feels.
I know. It's such a cool bracelet. It really is a cool one. I love it so much.
Sorry, Jill.
We're not sorry, Jill. We're not really. If you're not laughing and having a good time when you're beading, you're doing it wrong, right?
Who needs a bead mat when you have a wardrobe of clothing?
Exactly, right?
I actually think I like cotton for beading mat because sometimes I don't know because it doesn't have beading mats. They come up higher.
Yeah.
Like the beads can get caught more easily, which is the point of using the felt. But like, I don't know. I've always liked using just more standard cotton cloth.
Right. Yep. Well, it doesn't pick. You know what I mean? If you get a nice soft cotton, it doesn't pick. Where sometimes the velvety bead mats have a tendency to, after you've used them for a while, they get those little, they get little fuzz balls, and it sticks to your beads, it sticks to your needle, it sticks to your tools. So
I didn't tell you at the end of Tucson, Neely crashed with us on the last night. He took the big couch.
Yeah.
And we were having a heck of a time getting the washer to start. None of us could figure out why we could not get the washer to start.
Yeah.
And all Neely wanted to do was just wash his clothes before he flew home. And we finally did get it going. And by that time, I'd also thrown in some things, including my bead mat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So, because I had heard people say you could wash your bead mat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my bead mat was just way too old or just really bad quality. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you where I got it. It's so old. and we take it out of the wash, and there's no bead mat to be found. There's just bead mat dust.
Yep.
And so I'm like, Mila, I'm so sorry. And so like all I could do is put it into the dryer and just hope for the best.
Oh,
and thank goodness the dryer was able to like get it off and like catch the lint.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But I came to Tucson with the bead mat. And Mila's clothes went home with it.
That's too funny. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, not all bead mats are created equal, and not all of them can wash.
I really didn't know. I think maybe a hand wash, and I don't know, or just get a new one. It's like a $2 bead mat.
Yeah. So I've done the same thing, and like, you know, I've not ever had one just like completely disintegrate, but they most definitely don't. Some of them just don't hold up in the wash very well at all, and that fuzzy stuff gets stuck to your clothes. And if you accidentally wash them with towels, it's over, because you don't see that fuzzy stuff until you go to get out of the shower. You use a towel to dry off with, and then the next thing you know, you've got bead mat fuzz stuck all over your body. Yeah, I don't recommend.
Feels like you've been there.
Yeah, exactly. Ask me how I know.
All right, I think I'm becoming an official sponsor for bead mat pants.
Yes.
Go to Goodwill. Go to your closet.
So, you know, Meredith actually makes bead mats, and she makes them with cotton, like your pants there, for all of the reasons we're talking about. And her bead mats are fabulous.
Does she sew her own bead mats?
Yep, she sure does.
Of course she does. Every time she shows me something she beaded, I ask her, wait, what? You made that? And she's like, Sam, always the side of shock. And I'm just like, I know, but like, you do like all these lovely product demos, but then you secretly are also a wizard.
Yeah, she totally is. Totally is.
that was that interesting thought. I was like, what? Cindy says, don't ever buy black towels. What's wrong with a black towel?
Everything sticks to black towels.
Is it like a black sock?
I don't know. Do things stick to black socks?
I don't know. They always say they get smellier.
They get smellier?
There's a song about that.
Weird. That's too weird.
Black socks that never get dirty the longer you wear them. There's a song.
What? Oh my goodness.
Have you never heard that?
No. That is too funny.
Okay, it's the longer you wear them, the smellier? That doesn't fit. I think that's what it is, though.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Gonna have to look that up. All right, check it out. So here's our second strand for our necklace.
Pretty. It's its own necklace.
It is its own necklace. So that's what I was going to say. So when I get back here to the, on the end, I put a clasp, you know, and the jump rings on it so that you can wear them both together or you can wear them separately. However, I was going to show you guys something that I know a lot of people already know this, but just in case you don't know this, I think this is a really cool way to layer up your necklaces, and in an attempt, it doesn't always work perfectly, but in an attempt to keep them from getting tangled so much, is if you will take your necklaces and you will clip one of them to the other. Let me flip this around. Okay, so this end of the long strand, I'm going to clip to the opposite end of the short strand. And then the short strand end, I'm going to clip to the opposite end of the long strand. So essentially, I've just clipped these two necklaces together.
it makes one really long loop basically, but in the back it kind of really helps to keep things from getting all tangled up with each other. So just a little tip for those of you who maybe don't know that one yet. I don't talk about it very often, but I do it particularly when I wear my necklaces, because I don't wear a lot of beaded necklaces, but I do wear chains, and I will clip them to each other like that to try to keep them from getting so twisted around. So
I would have
All
never.
right. I'm going to turn my camera around. What do you got going on?
I'm making a cone.
We're gonna need to see.
I'm cooling, doing my wraps up and down, filling in. I think I'm about ready for the moment of truth again to see if it's structurally sound. Alrighty. Did more than enough wire. See if these are... Oh no, they're so different. Okay.
No, they're not. They're not.
Okay.
They're not so different. You're so silly. They're perfectly perfect. Look.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
There's
All
our
right.
2-strand, really, really long necklace, y'all. Oh, hold on.
Oh my gosh. Wait, it's so pretty.
It's so long.
Now I see why you're saying I cannot photograph this. It's because
it was very difficult to take pictures of it because it was so long. But yeah, there you go. And the little with our focal on the end.
That is so sweet, Sarah.
So pretty.
All right, I gotta clean up the pants. Hold on. Okay, let's see if I can get these to maybe about the same height. Taking it off the Contastic is really satisfying. Like, it just slides right off. Like, that is so satisfying.
Those are so pretty, Sam.
And the next level will be doing the multicolor wire like you did.
I love those. I love those. Cones are so fun. They're so fun.
All right, let's see if I can. All right. Oh, that tucking in is smart. Okay. It also kind of brings in the bottom of it a little bit, which I like.
Yeah.
Kind of tightens it up. All right, they're somewhat. Yeah, that's close enough.
See?
That one's a little taller. I might be able to cut off a little bit more here. Let's see here. Okay. I was kind of wanting to see if what one looked. Do you have a second? I kind of want to see what one looked like on an earring.
Yes, let's do it. Do it.
All right, we had a request for knotted head pins, so here's Sam's knotted head pin demo.
Awesome.
I think when I went to visit Rachel Malice, she started doing your knotted head pins a while back, but I think she does it in a reverse way.
Yeah.
I don't think she was intentionally doing it, but I guess it works in the other direction.
Interesting.
Let's see if this do I have the tools even nearby me to do this? Let's see. All my tools are like scattered everywhere these days.
Nicole says, now I want to take out my Contastic. I'm telling you,
Yep.
Contastic is fantastic.
I don't know if I can do this with a nylon jaw. All right, I'm going to zoom in here. Let's see. All right, I'm using 24 gauge, not Sarah's typical go-to. But we're going to start by forming our wire on the end. Oop, I did that too small. Hold on. And do 2 loops. My goodness, come on. This is why we don't do this with 24 gauge wire. All right, there we go. And come back around 2 full times until our starting point. So Sarah, hello Sarah.
Hi.
All right, so Sarah typically, so if you have it on it, it's going, part of it might be the direction that you do the wrapping itself from this stage. Because right now you would go this way, right?
Right, yes.
Oh, okay. I think that's okay. That's the difference. Rachel Mouse is somehow wrapping it, so she's ending up here, which ends up with you getting the same result. Okay, and you guys do it exactly the same. All right, and then you come right back the way you came into your loops. Come on. And this is where typically your nylon gel will be helpful, but my thumb will be okay for right now for our experiments here. All right, so what did we decide? Oh, this is not, this. We didn't even need a knotted head pin, did we?
That's okay.
Because we were going to do dangles. I don't like that.
Why? I think it's pretty.
Because I saw something else.
Oh, I see.
I think that's the answer. Okay, guys, quick brio wrap. We're going to do a little overtime today. Here we go. I'm going to grab a piece of my strawberry quartz. 24 gauge should work actually very nicely with these Indian cuts. They have smaller holes. All right. Short end, long end. Oh my God, I hate this. I hate these pliers. They don't have a spring.
Oh, that's not fun.
Who chose that? All right, long end up. And bring your short end around. Gently. My wire's banging on the camera. Didn't that used to be a thing for you?
Yes, it did. We said it was ringing the bell because I had a metal light that stood like right at the edge of my desk, and every time I would cut wire, had like long pieces of wire, it would hit it, and it sounded like it was ringing a bell.
All right, brio is wrapped. Tucking my ends a little bit.
So pretty.
And I now realize there's no place to connect this to the cone, but that is okay. We'll have our brio wrap.
What do you mean there's no place to connect it to the cone?
Like I would need to put the cone onto something. Oh, unless I put the. Oh, if I just put the cone. Okay, there's possibilities here. Oh, you think I should?
What are you talking about?
Okay, wait. I just need an interim bead then for it. Not the
Take the bead off. Just slide the cone on and see what it looks like with just the cone.
Okay.
You might need a little something, but I don't know what it would be.
Yeah, I want something very simple. Even just like, but it has to be just big enough so that the cone can sit on it.
Right.
Even just like a little square, honestly, is what it needs. I need more beads.
That is hilarious. I need more beads. Really? You own a bead shop?
Maybe
a peanut?
Maybe it's not quite the shaping I was envisioning, but I'm gonna try. We're definitely getting closer here.
Nope, that's not the answer.
Okay, well,
you need like a bicone is what you need.
You're so right. I need. It's not bad. This is at least the right size.
Yeah, Kim says a small metal bead or a little spacer bead would be fun.
Yeah. It also probably depends on the cone. Each cone's gonna lay differently. We're getting closer.
Yep.
Yeah, this is, you're right. It just needs a little bicone hidden there. So I'm going to pause there. Flip my camera around.
All right. So remind everybody what you got going on this week, Sam.
Yeah, so we like today, when we do our beadbox stream together, we always like to do our beadbox celebration live sale later in the day. So in about less than 6 hours, we have our beadbox stream. So we have extras of everything. You can actually already get the extras on our website. If you go to samsbeadshop.com, or if you go to the app, you can already get extras of the June box. And you can get a whole box if you want as well. It's the best deal if you just want to get it as a box. Or you can subscribe at samsbeadbox.com. We have slots open for the July box, which we're about to send to Sara so she can start working on it. Sara, you're going to love it.
I can't wait.
It's based on what you've been asking for lately. You're going to love it.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it pink?
No.
It's not neon pink?
We don't just do one thing, Sara.
I know, but
also we couldn't do a neon pink box. We would no.
Okay, fine.
But it has many cool things that are very Sara friendly and Sara loved in it.
Okay, cool. That makes me really excited.
I'm very excited for you to see it. I will give no more hints.
Okay. I knew it. And I knew it wasn't an all pink box, but I mean, if one day you did do a hot pink box and it was all hot pink, I would make something with it.
I would make a hot pink box for you, Sara.
Okay.
And then in the same month I'll release an only hot orange box. These are the two colors where we get the most people being like, "Oh no!"
Right? Nobody knows what to do with them.
Everything else fine. Anyway, we have our live sale tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Your door is opening. Is there a joke? So I hope I get to see many of you there. I'm about to email out the monthly coupon code. Hi, Q.
Hey, we're still live.
Oh.
We got a Q appearance.
We did.
He's like, you guys are going way over time. So we have our live sale today. I hope I get to see you there. I'm about to send out the coupon code to subscribers. They get a coupon code each month. And I think that's it for me. I think we got some things from Q today.
Everybody's saying hi to Q. So don't forget that Hardwires meets today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. This week and next week we're doing all things pearl knotting. So it's pearl knotting 101 for 2 weeks. We're doing a pearl knotted bracelet today, and then we're going to do a necklace next week. Sandra says more maker mixes from Q. Stop making noise over there, would you?
It's a cat eating corn.
He's watching TikToks of cats eating corn, and I don't know. Anyway, so that's Hardwired today at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Guys, Hardwired will open for enrollment towards the end of next week. So if you're curious about that, I'll have more information about that coming up. I do have another special announcement, but I'm going to wait until Friday to make that special announcement. So you guys are going to have to come hang out with us on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time for our Feel Good Friday show. It's a little something extra that I'm doing on Saturday, actually, but I'm going to wait to give those details until Friday because I definitely want everybody to come and hang out on our Feel Good Friday show. So yeah, just a little something extra that Colleen and I are going to try out to see how it goes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
But yeah, that's it for me. Everybody just be sure to go check out the live sale tonight and get those Bead Box extras. Thanks to Jesse and my team as well. Everybody's working hard in the comment section. So
yes. Oh, we have a birthday.
Do we?
It's Jesse's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Jesse!
Everyone wish. Can we send Jesse 200 happy birthdays in the comments right now, please?
Yeah, I can do that too. Happy Whoops, hold on.
I just sent it from all of the accounts.
Oh gosh, well.
Jesse, you don't know what's coming your way right now.
That's awesome.
Happy shout out to Jesse. He does so much of the shop, and we would not be here without him.
He does, and he still manages to pop into my lives too. I mean, Jesse's he's good people. So happy birthday, Jesse. We love you. You work really, really hard, and you are much appreciated. We love you very much.
He is good people. It's great having Jesse around. Oh, look at these. Oh, look at the. Oh. Look at these comments. This is so sweet.
I know, it's awesome.
Oh my goodness. All right. And with that lovely note, we're going to sign off, and I'll get to see all of you tonight. Jesse, birthday celebrations and Beadbug celebrations.
Fantastic. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys again very, very soon.